saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president.
You're like, wait a second, like, come on, man, this is too.
Elon Musk has filed an $80 million defamation lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg and the hosts of The View. The lawsuit stems from remarks made by Goldberg on the show, which Musk claims damaged his reputation and character. Specifically, the comments suggested that Musk and Senator JD Vance were conspiring to seize government control if former President Donald Trump were removed from office. Musk, the CDO of Tesla and SpaceX, argues that these statements spread baseless conspiracy theories and misrepresented his intentions, causing potential harm to his public image. This legal action has sparked widespread debate about free speech, accountability, and the ethical responsibilities of television talk shows as media platforms grapple with the implications of the lawsuit.
Because I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you can call him vice president.
I've called him vice president. I called him president because I don't know what JD is doing. I hardly ever say. I don't remember the last time we even talked about JD.
Right. He's planning the presidency when he's going to get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk Vance?
Possible.
Elon Musk's recent legal move has sparked significant debate. Supporters view it as a bold stand against biased media and misinformation campaigns, while critics see it as a billionaire's power play to silence dissent. With this high-profile case unfolding, the lawsuit could set a precedent for how public figures address media defamation in the future. Central to Musk's lawsuit are accusations of defamation and slander. Whoopi Goldberg and her co-hosts on The View allegedly claimed that Musk and Senator JD Vance were conspiring to seize governmental control through secretive plans. Musk asserts that these statements are baseless and were made with malicious intent to harm his reputation. According to his legal team, these remarks were designed to mislead viewers and tarnish Musk's image. The lawsuit underscores the potential consequences of such allegations, arguing that they can erode public trust and contribute to societal division. Musk contends that media outlets should be held to higher standards of accountability, especially when making serious claims that could incite fear or hostility. Supporters echo Musk's sentiments, emphasizing that celebrities and TV personalities should not make reckless accusations without evidence. Critics, however, warn that the lawsuit could be an attempt to suppress criticism, raising concerns about freedom of speech and the balance between accountability and expression.
But when you have deliberate, concerted, repeated pushing of hoaxes, you're like, wait a second, like, come on, man, this is too far.
And you're supposed to be the good guys.
You're supposed to, and you claim to be the good guys? I'm like, exactly.
You're supposed to be the progressives.
Yes, the Dems are like, oh, we're the good guys. We're the honest people. No, hang on. You can't claim to be the good guys. You can't claim to be the honest people. If you're deliberately pushing hoaxes that have been debunked thoroughly.
Yeah. Well,
we're like even Snopes, which is a liberal thing, says it's bogus.
Yeah.
Like the Fine People hoax.
Obama just said that on stage.
Regardless of its motives, Elon Musk's lawsuit highlights the ongoing tension between media freedom and personal accountability, sparking broader debates about truth and responsibility in public discourse. The case has drawn significant attention, with widespread support from Musk fans and critics of mainstream media. Many view the lawsuit as a justified effort to combat misinformation and restore accountability in journalism. Social media has been abuzz with reactions, with hashtags like #SupportElon and #CancelTheView trending across platforms. Supporters argue that The View has a history of making inflammatory and unfounded claims about public figures and believe Musk's lawsuit could finally hold the show accountable. Comments on Musk posts suggest that many feel mainstream media outlets have misused their platforms to spread falsehoods for ratings. Advocates for Musk also point to his long-standing support for free speech and transparency, arguing that the lawsuit aligns with his broader push for fairness in media narratives. However, skeptics caution that Musk's wealth and influence could potentially intimidate critics and suppress dissenting voices. Despite these concerns, Musk supporters remain vocal, emphasizing that his legal action is not about silencing opposition, but about setting a precedent for ethical journalism. The case has reignited discussions about the media's role in shaping public opinion and the responsibilities of influential hosts like Whoopi Goldberg.
The thing about this show, there is no way not to step in poo.
The View has faced criticism over the years for its controversial discussions and the outspoken opinions of its hosts. Many accuse the show of prioritizing sensationalism over factual reporting, and Elon Musk's recent lawsuit has amplified these claims. Critics argue that the show often relies on inflammatory statements targeting high-profile individuals to boost viewership. Musk's lawsuit underscores what many see as a recurring pattern of behavior by the hosts, using their platform to promote biased narratives without accountability. Supporters of Musk point to previous controversies involving the show's comments, further questioning its credibility. Calls to cancel The View have resurfaced, with critics accusing it of fostering division and spreading misinformation under the guise of entertainment. Musk's supporters argue that his lawsuit could push networks to reevaluate their editorial standards and prioritize accuracy. Others, however, believe that canceling the show isn't the solution, advocating instead for improved regulation and rigorous fact-checking processes. Whether Musk's legal action will impact the show's future remains uncertain, but it has reignited debates about the responsibility of talk shows to deliver truthful and respectful content. One of the most contentious points in Musk's lawsuit is the claim that The View incited violence. During a segment, Whoopi Goldberg allegedly made a remark about someone potentially tripping Donald Trump, a comment Musk argues could be interpreted as encouraging harm. Goldberg later dismissed the statement as a lighthearted joke about her cat. Critics, however, contend that even humor can be harmful when broadcast to millions, underscoring the need for caution and accountability in public discourse.
Okay, I need to clean something up because my cat lays in wait for me on my stairs all the time. And that's what I was thinking of that. I wasn't trying to indicate that they were actually standing there with their legs out, hoping he would trip.
Musk supporters stress the dangers of normalizing violent rhetoric, especially in today's politically charged climate. They argue that media personalities should be more mindful of their words, given their significant influence over public opinion. Critics of Musk, however, contend that his lawsuit stretches the interpretation of Whoopi Goldberg's words and risks suppressing satire and free speech. Regardless of intent, the remarks have sparked debates about the boundaries of humor and political commentary in mainstream media. Musk's lawsuit may become a test case for defining these boundaries, influencing how future claims of incitement are judged in both legal and public contexts. The lawsuit has also brought attention to perceived media bias, particularly in liberal outlets like ABC. Critics accuse the network of prioritizing narratives that align with its political leanings. Shows like The View are often called out for catering to specific audiences by promoting opinions that lack factual support, which reflects growing concerns about media integrity and the public's ability to trust mainstream sources. Media bias, some argue, fuels misinformation and division, undermining democracy and public discourse. Supporters of Musk's lawsuit view it as a necessary intervention to address these concerns, while critics worry it could lead to censorship and restrict free speech. Despite these differing views, the debate underscores a growing mistrust of traditional media and the demand for higher journalistic standards. Musk's lawsuit could prompt networks to reevaluate their editorial practices and reinforce the need for balanced reporting. Critics of The View have also pointed to hypocrisy in Goldberg's past comments, citing clips where she praised Trump and referred to him as a friend, which contrasts sharply with her recent negative remarks.
I was just gonna say.
She put me in the movies,
so
right?
we
A
are
long time ago.
friends.
How much should I judge? Nothing.
Like they say in the
It's a
Donald.
Tony, I love you. I'm telling you.
And they're trying to humanize him and change your idea about who this guy is. Don't fall for that.
Trump, you're talking about.
Elon Musk's lawsuit has ignited widespread debate over media accountability and free speech. Supporters of Musk argue that his legal action is a necessary step in holding media outlets accountable for spreading disinformation and sensationalism. They point to inconsistencies on shows like The View, arguing that shifting narratives reflect a tendency to prioritize drama over authenticity. For Musk advocates, this hypocrisy justifies demanding higher standards for public statements and consequences for defamatory content. Clips of The View highlighting past statements by Whoopi Goldberg and others have fueled the controversy. Musk supporters see this as evidence of media opportunism, accusing the show of prioritizing sensationalism over integrity. Critics of Musk dismiss this argument, suggesting that opinions naturally evolve over time and accusing Musk's camp of weaponizing these clips as a distraction from larger issues. For them, the lawsuit represents a potential threat to open dialogue and robust public discourse. Musk's legal action has also intensified calls for media reform, with supporters urging shows like The View to face consequences for reckless commentary. They argue that such cases are vital for restoring trust in journalism by addressing the spread of false narratives and protecting public figures from character assassination. Critics, however, fear this lawsuit could set a dangerous precedent, discouraging legitimate criticism and suppressing free speech. The case underscores a growing demand for fairness and accuracy in media reporting, particularly when addressing controversial figures and topics. It also highlights the tension between ensuring accountability and maintaining the freedoms necessary for open dialogue. Whether Musk's lawsuit succeeds or fails, it raises important questions about the role of media in shaping public opinion